Just two of us. Okay, are we rolling?
Let's do it.
All right, let's do it. All right. Hey guys, okay everybody? I'm thinking,
Yeah. Kind of weird in a
kind of weird.
dark.
Nobody here.
Yeah.
Is anybody listening out there? Hey, it's Joe and Tom. We're from New Life Ministries, and just glad you guys have checked us out on the website. Hope you find something here that'll be of value to you, and we believe there is. And so we just want to tell you about a few things that are coming up Easter weekend. My name is Tom, and I'm one of the pastors here at New Life, and so welcome to our website.
Absolutely. Thanks. And I'm Joe. I'm another one of the pastors here. And as evidenced by this video and just the way things are going on, I want you to know that obviously we're not perfect. We don't have a lot of things figured out. We just want to tell the message and the story of Jesus. And Easter weekend, there's no better time than to focus on the story of Jesus. And we've got some great stuff going on. Tom's going to tell you a little bit about what we've got going on Friday evening.
All right, thank you, Joe. Friday evening, we're going to have a simulcast event beginning at 6 p.m. We're going to go all the way up until midnight. If you've never heard of Secret Church, this would be a great time for you to check out Secret Church. You may or may not be aware, but many, many Christians around this world meet in secret because of their fear of persecution. This Friday evening, which is Good Friday, and it's no coincidence that it is, but it's very intentional, that we are going to be meeting, studying God's Word, and fellowship with the Christians. We're going to be praying for persecuted Christians in a persecuted church around the world as we get together. David Platt is going to be leading the cross and suffering. You may not have made a connection there, the suffering outside the suffering that Jesus did, but Jesus tells us that we will be suffering with Him if we walk with Him. A lot of tough questions that we're going to try to at least entertain and hopefully give you some answers there. If God's such a great God, why does He allow all this suffering around us? Just right here, even in Manchester, a ton of suffering. You know, a lot of heartache, a lot of heartbreak. A lot of suffering that doesn't seem to ever end. How long, God, am I going to suffer? Have you forgotten me, or you're dumping me out here? When will my suffering end? And ultimately, one of the great questions, when Jesus told us, He said, you will have trouble in this world as you follow me. We want to learn how to suffer well. I want my suffering to be a message to folks who don't know Jesus, to say, man, this guy loves Jesus. You know, there's something to this Jesus that I want to know more about. So we're going to look at all those questions Friday evening, and we would just love for you to come and be a part of that study with us.
Yeah. Now, Tom, you said that was from 6 o'clock
p.m.
6 p.m. until midnight.
Until midnight.
Do you have to stay the whole time?
You do not have to stay the whole time.
All right.
But please stay. Please stay the whole time. I think once you get here, you get into the first hour, you're going to say, man, I can't leave. I'm going to do whatever it takes to stay. We're going to have plenty of coffee. You know, we're going to keep you awake.
All right.
So I think it'll be great.
And the teaching, the David Platt that you mentioned, his teaching is just phenomenal teaching. It keeps you engaged. It's very clear that God has His hand on this guy. And then that brings us to Sunday morning.
Sunday morning.
You know, Friday night, you talk about suffering and think about the suffering that Jesus went through, the suffering that we're going through, and how we do that together. But then, Sunday morning, as we celebrate Easter, we'll celebrate Jesus. And we'll celebrate the hope that He brings. We'll talk about all this suffering. We'll talk about how God can allow all that Friday night, how that all works. But then, Sunday morning, we celebrate the guy who has risen from the dead. I know that might be hard for you to believe today. That might be hard for you to grasp. And it's not the easiest thing in the world to grasp. And I can't say that I always understand that or that it always rings with me. But I'll tell you what, we're going to celebrate the hope that gives us on Sunday morning. So if you're sitting there and you're going, is there hope for me? There is hope for you. You might be struggling with a specific sin. You might be struggling with, does God even exist? All the struggles that you have, that should be why you're here, not why you don't come. Right. So come, be with us. This room today is empty, and we're just excited about what could happen this Sunday, this Easter Sunday, April the 8th. This room's going to be full. We're going to celebrate Jesus and what He has done and what that means for us, not just for right now, but for eternity. We are here for such a short time, but we have the opportunity to have the hope to live forever. We hope you'll join us. It's going to be a great Sunday morning. It's going to be a great Friday night. It's going to be an awesome Easter weekend. We'd love to have you. Come out, visit with us.
Please come out and be with us.
Watch the videos below. You'll like those too. Thank you.
Thank you.